What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome to the Warframe video. We have some information for you today that you might find kind of beneficial. If you saw the video a couple days ago about OPHELIA and survival missions in general in the Steel Path having new anti-AFK measures, kind of ruining some of the farms we were doing before, for Steel Essence farming, well, do I have the strategy for you? We have a new Steel Essence farm today, and it does not involve survival broken AI spawns, so that's already making it better than OPHELIA. You technically still can do some camping nodes in certain places, but we're not going to be going over any camping today. We're going to be going over a new Steel Essence farm on Interception, and we're going to go over all the little details that I did not mention in my first Steel Essence farming video from a couple months ago. So before we get into it, we did record this video, or we recorded the gameplay of this video live on Twitch. I forgot to post on YouTube. I was streaming today, so sorry about that. But yeah, twitch.tv/Gaz_TTV. Hit the follow button to know when we go live if I forget to post on YouTube like I forgot to today. So either way. All right. So I want to give you all the information here. I'm going to go over some facts, some information, just so we make sure we cover every little thing here so you are in the best information place to know how to farm Steel Essence most efficiently. And we're also going to go over like a couple other little details here and there. Okay, so let's quickly go over it first. So we are going to be going to the node called Odin, and it's on Mercury. It's actually one of the easiest plants to get to on the Steel Path because it's on Mercury, which is right near the beginning. So this node right here, Interception Steel Path. That's the one you're going to want to farm here, and here's a couple reasons why that is the good one. For one, it is the Hydron tile, or whatever it's called. So it's really tiny, and it's like you can cover the entire map with a max range, with 2 max range Khoras. The team comp I'm going to recommend to you for this is going to be 3 max range Khoras and a speed Nova. And of course, you don't technically need 3 Khoras, but ideally that would be something that's nice. You can also go for 2 max range Khoras, a max range Vauban, something like that, or like a debuffer frame, like a Banshee with a sonar build. But yeah, the main thing you want here is you want a max range Khora with the Strangledome on the 4, and you want a speed Nova with negative power strength, making the enemies run faster. That's what you want. That's all you want, pretty much. We're lucky enough to have this mission actually be in a Captura scene, so we can show some good dome placing spots. Let's also show the Khora build I'm going to be recommending to you to use for this. And like I said, the more Khoras, the better. Like, honestly, the more Khoras, the better. You might even go with 4, but the thing is, having 3 Khoras is going to make it so you can have a speed Nova in your squad to make enemies walk or run faster. Alright, and we're also going to be going over some Helminth Khora stuff here as well. Not the only ability that you can put on Khora, but it will actually alleviate some energy issues with her, and make you so you don't need to run Arcane Energize in all situations. Alright, so here's the build. I've got some wrong polarities in here, but that's just how it is. So we've got Spectro Siphon from Gara. It's going to be replacing our 3rd ability. So basically, if we kill an enemy inside the mirrors from the carousel, we get a chance to drop energy over 50%, which is, we're killing so much stuff, this actually does end up working out pretty well. You got Accumulating Whip Claw, which means we don't need power strength in our build because we'll deal so much damage stacking up the Whip Claw damage. You got Rolling Guard, to whenever we roll, we'll get some invincibility. Having a brief respite, we're also going to go over aura mods too. Having a brief respite in your squad will help you get shield getting back and make this really easy. The rest of it is range. We've got range here, 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 and here. That 280% range is the maximum you can currently get in the game with the mods we have available. And we're also going with Prime Continuity for some duration, so our dome will last longer. So that's it. Range, energy, and if you didn't have Spectro Siphon on there, you could put efficiency in that last slot. It's honestly going to be totally fine. There you go. That's what you do if you don't have Helminth Spectrophage. And then the Arcanes are going to be Arcane Energized, just to make sure we have good energy. You will run out of energy because you're going to be whipping, casting so much. Having a Nova in your squad with Protea's Dispenser could be nice too. And we've got Arcane Fury, which will increase the damage of the Whip Claw. I'm going to link the video for my Khora stat stick video in the description down below, but here's what I use. Just a reminder, quick TLDR, TLDW, is that the weapon doesn't actually matter that you're using for the stat stick most of the time. The Riven disposition is what matters. So for a weapon with high Riven disposition like the Jaw Sword, you can get high stat Rivens like this. For a weapon with lower Riven disposition, you will be getting stats that are not as high. And the stats from the Rivens and all that apply to Khora's Whip Claw. So we're going for Blood Rush, Weeping Wounds, and then Corrosive. I did have Viral on the video, and Viral works great, But things like negative range don't matter on Khora's Whipclaw. The range on your build for Khora, like the Warframe mods, those are what matters. The range on your melee weapon do not matter. And as you also may notice right here, we do not have any guns equipped. That is because when we're running the Suite of Kavat, the Charm ability is going to potentially give you increased resources for like 2 minutes. So the way that it's working, or at least that it seems like it's working, is if you take off the guns, it will either skip the reload buff, the instant reload buff that the Suite can sometimes give you, or it just will not do it. Either way, I tend to not equip guns when I'm doing this, just to make sure that if it does work like that, I'm not getting the reload buff. So that is going to be most of the gear for Khora. Let's get into a quick Nova build, and then we'll go to the Hydron Capture scene and show some good dome placements. So something to keep in mind. Let's go over aura mods a little bit here. So for aura mods, your best bets are going to be power donation on Nova to give the Khoras a little bit of power strength and reduce your power strength, further making the enemies run faster, which is really, really nice. You're also, some other good ones is, now here's the problem. Since Interception has a little bit of downtime between the rounds, you might actually want to think about things like melee guidance potentially on Nova. Since Nova will not be doing the DPS here, reduced combo duration for yourself by 6 seconds. That's good for Nova, because Nova's not even meleeing anything. And then it will give the combo duration of your allies 12 more seconds. That's really, really good for Khora, because if you're not running Naramon potentially, which I do recommend you run Naramon on Khora, that will help you keep your combo up. The other things like Swift Momentum, a little bit less extreme of an example than melee guidance. This will give everyone 6-second combo duration. So really good stuff there. Your main focus on Nova is they have negative power strength through using overextended. You don't need power donation. Like I said, you can use melee guidance if you prefer, which help Khoras out a lot. And then some other aura mods are like enemy radar, because the thing is, when you're running a max range Khora, the enemies will get stuck to the wall, and you want to make sure you know where they are. See, like right here, I'm running around, whipping everything. Now you technically can camp if you find like the good dome camping spots, but I want to run around, honestly. I like this more than Ophelia AFK, like spamming the wall, because I'm actually playing the game now. I'm not just like sitting there whipping the wall. So yeah, at the end of I believe it was like an hour, a 90-minute mission. We had 222. Let me get the screenshot of that real quick. There we go. Oh, that's a little bit big. All right, so right here we had 15 rounds of Interception in 92 minutes, and we got 222 Steel Essence. And then we got a bunch of relics, too. So it really worked out pretty well, guys. These are basically old Ophelia post-nerf rates. And let's go to the Hydron Captura scene, and I'll show some spots that could be good for dropping down that dome. This is a good time to remind you to please like, share, and subscribe. If you are trying to get lots of Kuva and relics and all that stuff, make sure you share this with your teammates and your squad mates and all that kind of stuff, your clan, because this is a thing that is nice. It is definitely nice. Remember what you can turn Kuva in for. You can get the cosmetics from Teshin. You can get 10,000 Kuva per 15 Steel Essence. And so we got 222 in 90 minutes. So that's like over 100,000 Kuva in 90 minutes. So really good stuff there. All right, so as you can see, you just basically want to lock down the entire map with Khora Strangledomes. So let's look at some good spots you can place them here. So oh yeah, I didn't even mention why we're doing Interception. Okay, so yeah, I almost jumped the gun there. Okay, so look at our map right here. We have the A and D points captured. What you want to do, I probably should have said this way earlier, but what you want to do is you want to actually get to round 5, just like Steel Path Survival. After an hour, the Eximus spawns are fully ramped up, and the Steel Essence drops from Eximus units. That's very important. I should have mentioned that like 8 minutes ago, but I forgot. Okay, so get to round 5, and then after round 5, so here's the TLDR. Round 1 through 4, capture all 4 of the points and get through it as quickly as possible. After round 5 and forward, capture D and A. Let the enemies capture B and C. Neutralize B or C for like 1 second just to make sure you don't fail. Capturing just D and A will make the rounds take longer to complete, which is good because the enemies won't scale up in level, and you'll be able to easily one-shot them, even though Khora could one-shot them for a while anyway. That's what you want to do, guys. You want to capture A and D, and then do not capture the other two. It makes the rounds last longer. All right. That's important. Some other things. It does not appear, like, after extensive testing and stuff by a lot of people, not just me, it does not seem that loot abilities like Necros, Desecrate, Khora's Pilfering Strangledome, and other garbage like that works on Steel Essence. It's just a kills per minute focus thing. So with a max range Strangledome, spots like right in between those, this will hit these spawn locations over here, in this corner, and it will also hit spawn locations like right here. You will not catch over here. It might catch a little bit of these spawns, but there will be spawns in these rooms as well. So that's why I say have multiple Khoras. So one dome location's right over here is pretty good. You can technically put it like right here. It probably would work too. Making sure they can't capture the point you've taken. Also, one could be really good right here. This will catch these spawn locations over here. There's spawn locations over here. If you've ever done Hydron, you know where the spawn locations are. That's a pretty good spot right there, catching like 4 spawn locations easily. If you have multiple Khoras. Now remember, as Khora, you can have 2 Strangledomes up at once. So with 2 Khoras, you can have 4 Strangledomes up. This is a pretty good spot. We'll catch all the spawns over here. It will not catch any other spawns over here, though, so that's when you have a second Khora. So I'd say, here's a good one. Like over here is a good one. And then somewhere over here could be potentially pretty good, too, if you have multiple Khoras. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful to you guys. A couple more things to go over. You only need one person in the squad with a blue booster, the resource drop chance booster. That's all you really need. I'd say make it the host, but I don't actually know if there's extensive testing take into account if you need to be the host or not with a blue booster. You also are going to want an orange resource doubler booster. It really, really sucks if you don't have it because you'll be getting half the amount that we're getting in this video, 222 in 90 minutes. A couple other things to keep in mind. Like I said, combo duration can be a little bit helpful just to make sure you don't lose your combo. You don't technically need it, but that is one of the things. Corrosive and Viral, pretty similar, honestly, for the stat stick. I'm going to probably do Corrosive in the future, but Viral was working great in the video footage here. Another annoying thing is the Glassmaker enemies. They will definitely ruin your day sometimes, so make sure you have someone that can kill the Glassmaker enemies, usually the Nova using a gun or something like that. Because Khora's Whipclaw will not kill the Glassmaker enemies unless you have a gas build on there. So you're not running a gas build for this, so it will be a little bit annoying. I use the Operator Amp to kill them most of the time. And let's see what else. Smina Kavat, of course. You technically could use a Helios Prime for increased critical chance, but you want the Smina Kavat doubler buff for sure. Make sure you do that. And I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. We mentioned how this works. Basically, get to round 4, get those maxed out Eximus spawns. Loot abilities don't seem to work on Steel Essence. Like I said, there's camping. Like you technically, if you organize this a lot with teammates, you could probably like camp this pretty easily, to be honest. But I like this more than OPHELIA. I don't like completely camping. I really don't. But I felt stupid not to do OPHELIA because it was just so optimal. So yeah, you can use this to turn in Steel Essence for potentially Nezha Prime Relics when that comes out, or Octavia Prime when that probably comes out in the winter, and then Agara and Nidus Prime next year, additionally with Haro and Khora. Khora Prime next year. You think they're going to nerf Khora in time for that? Who knows? So, yeah, guys, you just basically keep going until you're bored. I like this. So here's a couple reasons why this is better than OPHELIA. This room always spawns on Odin. You don't need to fish for a good spawn. Like oh, man, we didn't find the OPHELIA underground room. You just click on the mission for Odin, and you're good to go. Get everyone set up. See, here's the setup right here at the end of the video. We're capping D and A, and then Kala is neutralizing B. As soon as he gets B to be white, he jumps off of it. That's just to be a little bit safe. Make sure that we don't technically get really close to failing if the enemies accidentally capture one of the points. And you're good to go, guys. It's really, really nice. So hopefully you found the video helpful. Don't worry, they're not going to nerf this because, look, we're actually playing the game this time. So, yeah. If they do nerf it, don't worry. We got plenty more where that came from. And yeah, hopefully you found the video helpful. Hope you guys find all the content really helpful and you appreciate it and all that stuff. More videos coming out every day-ish on the channel. I know I'm trying to take a little bit of slow down a little bit on YouTube and all that, and videos, just because the game is a little bit stale right now and we're waiting for that Deimos Arcana update. But hopefully this is something that will help you get good ribbons and all that while waiting for Deimos Arcana. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Take it easy, and peace, my dudes.